Hello everybody, it's Miss Ryan, and today we are going to have a word study lesson about something called suffixes. Okay, recently we learned about prefixes, which are very similar to suffixes. So if you guys remember, a prefix is just something that we add to the front of a base word to modify or change the meaning of the word, right? So some examples of prefixes would be the words impolite, which means not polite. Remember that. And then another one might be nonfiction, right? Nonfiction means not fiction. Okay, so those were prefixes that we already learned about. And a suffix is very similar. It's something that we add to the end of a word or a base word to modify or change the meaning of the word. Okay, so prefix we add to the beginning of a word, and a suffix we add to the end of a word. Okay, so the three that we're going to be working on this week are full, and ness. Okay, so we will be adding these three suffixes to the ends of words or to the end of words to change or modify them a little bit. Okay, so you'll see what I'm talking about with these examples. Okay, all right, the first suffix we're going to talk about is full. So we're going to talk about adding that to the end of a word and what it does, okay? So the suffix full just means full of, okay? That one's kind of easy to remember. So here we have a base word, hope, okay? We have the base word hope. So if we add full to the end of that, now we have the word hopeful. And that just means somebody's full of hope, right? You might be feeling hopeful today. You are full of hope, okay? All right, the next one is going to be using the base word thought. Thought, okay? And we can add the suffix full at the end to make the word thoughtful. And it just means full of thought, right? Somebody's thinking about you. They're being thoughtful. Okay. All right. Next example would be using the base word play. Okay. And if we add the suffix full at the end, now we have playful. Okay, like a playful puppy. They might be playful and they're full of play, right? Okay. All right. The next suffix we will talk about is just the letter Y, and we pronounce it E at the end of a word. And this one also just means full of, kind of like the first one, okay? So we will start with a base word, rain, okay? But if we add this suffix at the end, now we're talking about a rainy day, right? We might say a day is rainy, it's full of rain, okay? All right, the next one, we're gonna use the base word bump, bump. But if we add this Y at the end, now we have the word bumpy. Okay, so if we're talking about maybe you are driving on a bumpy road, that road is full of bumps, right? Okay. And the next one is the base word mess. Okay. And if we add the suffix E or the letter Y, but it sounds like E, right? Messy. Hopefully none of our rooms are messy or full of mess, right? We might have a messy room, okay? All right, the next suffix that we're gonna work on this week is ness, okay? And And ness just means the state of or the quality of. And you'll see with these examples, okay? So we have the base word kind. And if we add the suffix ness at the end, okay, now we have the word kindness, and it just means the state or quality of being kind, right? Kindness. Okay, another one would be using the base word weak, and we can add the suffix ness at the end, weakness, and it's just the state of being weak. You might have a weakness, okay, or the quality of being weak. It's somebody's weakness, okay? And the next one is going to use the base word sick. Okay, and if we add the suffix ness at the end, now we have the word sickness. And a sickness is just the state of being sick. Okay, somebody might have a sickness, the state of being sick. All right, so those are the 3 suffixes that we are working on this week. And your assignments are going to be about suffixes, just like what we went over today, just more examples. And I will see you guys soon.